Hello, hello, hello. The truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. So, the question that was asked is a very profound question. In fact, I think it's the most profound question I was ever asked. And that is, how do I conquer the shedding of my old self? And in fact, this is the most important question. And the reason for this is a butterfly can never grow wings until the caterpillar goes into I think it's called a chrysalis, and dissolves. We all have versions of self. Now, the funny thing is that what is a version of self? It's pride. The little child becomes very proud of himself, and in fact, pride is necessary because it's the energy that moves the machine, it's the gas in the car. But it's, of course, delusional. The little child thinks that the whole world reacts to him. Every time he cries, his mother breastfeeds him or his mother changes him. He thinks that he's like, basically, he manipulates the world because his whole world is basically two people, and or in a certain sense, it's one person, and everything he requests, he gets. So he begins to believe that he is the center and the king, literally the king of the universe, which is why little children throw tantrums. Why does a person or a child throw a tantrum? Because they expect to get their way. One of the ladies in our congregation, she's a pediatric nurse, and she said that unfortunately with abused and neglected children, we're talking about little babies, they have to teach them to cry. Crying is actually a communication mechanism by which the child signals need. And if the child doesn't feel that they're going to get their need, in fact, if you leave children 3 nights to cry themselves to sleep, they won't cry anymore. I have a cousin, within 3 weeks, he would let his kids cry for, I don't know, 1 or 2 nights, and they would never cry. This is a 3-week-old baby would sleep through the night. People have nightmares of getting up. But it's quite simple because the child knows that I can't cry at night, it won't help. And somehow they know by daytime. We're all quite clever in how to get what we want. But eventually, if we're hitting our head against a brick wall, we stop hitting our head. So all of this is an introduction to say that shedding the old self is important. In fact, I would go to say that because God is infinite and because our soul has infinite capacity, therefore we always have to shed the old self. No matter who you become, you always have to shed the skin to become something new.